Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our. Oh, I guess I won't be able to read that now. Not that it's any different from any of the other times that I do this. So I guess there is one thing. Turn that off. Welcome to the first weekly live stream thing, I guess, because I didn't do one last week because I forgot about it. But yes, no. If we go ahead and we look here, we take a quick little gander, we can see that Friday evening at 6 p.m. is the holdout, the winner, so to speak, for this little unofficial. I guess it's actually an official poll, isn't it? You know, it's going to influence content on the channel. It's an official poll, but really it wasn't supposed to be designed to sway anything. And honestly, Friday evening at 6 p.m. is probably not a time that I can really keep every single week. So I say it's a weekly live stream, but it's not really a weekly live stream, or it won't be a week. It won't be a weekly live stream. I can't talk. Okay, it's been like a minute and a half, and I've already ruined the whole thing. So there you go. I have nothing at all to talk about. So the idea, or what was supposed to be the idea of these, was I would have something like a computer, you know, some kind of new video thing or whatever, and I would demonstrate that for all of you, but I don't have that right now because everything that I have done, I've already made a video of. So what's left? Not really a whole lot. I mean, I could talk about what I'm doing over here on my workbench right now. If we go ahead and we take a quick little peek. I've got a laptop that you've never seen before on this channel that I am preparing right now, loading it up with music. And then I got that over there, which is the low-end radio gets DJ system that I am once again also loading up with music. So basically what's going on the workbench is musical loads. Musical loading. Updating my music library on machines that haven't been updated since like March. So kind of needs to be done. Actually, that's not quite true. The desktop, was updated last. Let's see, when did I take that system out of service? As the primary low-end radio machine for music playing. I don't remember exactly when I did that, but that was the last time that was updated. So it's been at least 4 or 5 months, and the other one hasn't been updated since March. So got to do that, get that done. All right. So what is up? The ceiling. Should set up chat mods. Yeah, probably, but I don't really know. I don't really care that much. You see, there isn't ever a whole lot of shenanigans that go on in this chat room. Now, of course, now I'm just kind of asking for it. But for the most part, things are pretty, quiet and calm and whatever. Maybe if it gets worse, I'll consider that. But right now, I don't think it's worth the hassle because I can envision it right now that if I give, a certain group of people moderator privileges in this chat, I'll then get the internet 12-year-olds that are going to come for me and say, why am I not a mod? Why am I not a mod? I want to be a mod. Make me a mod. Rah, rah, rah. Pitchforks and torches and all this kind of stuff. And I want nothing to do with any of that. So in the interest of having no drama, there is one chat mod. That is my GL5500 channel. Because back when I was first doing these things, the way I would do it is I would have the thing on a different browser, and I needed to have an account for that, and that's how I did it. Anyway, have you bought any new CDs recently? Oh yes. Do I know which ones they are? No, not really. Let me see if I can actually find them. But there's a couple. Here's an example. Really good album, but this gatefold is a piece of crap. I cannot believe they got away with this. But it's there, so I got that. And let's see. I actually can't see what I'm doing because there is not nearly enough light in here. I tried to turn the lights off, or some of the lights off, so that you could actually see me. It wasn't just a big, huge glare behind me, but it doesn't. I don't think that's really something. I'll turn on this light and see what that does. Well, that certainly helped a little bit. Here's another one right here. Laugh like an old man. Yeah, whatever. You know what? Who cares? Let's see. Oh, here's another one. Which you can't actually see because it's reflecting. Actually, I can do something here. Let's deal with that. Anyway, they're so tight you gotta touch the CD to get it out. Actually, I have a new one that's like that. Where'd the other gatefold go? It's this one. Right here. Go and open it up. You try to get the disc out of it, which I can't do with one hand apparently. Wow. It proves that I'm a liar on the camera. Okay, it did not do that when I first picked it up. Wow, alright. I see how it's gonna be. Whatever, fine. Okay, so there's an example of some of them. I don't make it a point to show off CDs and cassettes and things like that because I don't think it's something that the audience is really terrifically interested in. But like I keep saying, if you're interested in seeing a video of my entire CD and cassette collection, I can do that. That's not a big deal. It'll take me about an hour to go through all of it because there is quite a bit, probably more than I really should have. But that is the way that it is. Oh, I had this die on me recently. That was great. So this thing was actually in the, if you remember the HP, what was that stupid thing? The DC7600 small form factor computer that I had as a file server for a while and then replaced it. And cassettes are they're going to make the next comeback. Yes, they already have. I'm going to make that argument that they already have. Anyway, retracted. I didn't know you could do that. Anyway, so this was in that, and apparently it died when it was sitting outside. So, and now I just bought the farm. Oh well, there's nothing on the farm anyway, so that's the way it is. What else is worth mentioning? But that laptop that's sitting on my bench is going to be used tomorrow, actually. I've got a big, huge marathon show thing to do. It's not just me, though. But I'm going to use that for that purpose. I was going to replace the Asus M51E with that laptop, but that's not going to work out because of some stupid software useless crap that the developers of OPS seem to think is acceptable. In fact, it's really not. So I can't use it for that, so I'm stuck with the Asus thing, and then that will just be used as a portable DJ rig, which then leaves this to do something. You remember this thing? I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do with it. Probably just use it as another backup machine. You know, cycle them around. I do that a lot. I love to have 3 or 4 of something and then move them all around. I mean, you can go and look over. In fact, I can show it to you right now. Well, I can't really show it to you, but the bins over there are filled with camcorders. Yeah, I got a lot of those things, and I cycled them all around. It helps even out the wear. All right, let's try and read this comment here. Flash of light blue, no idea why it was there, blah, blah, blah. That was probably because the video cut out. See, I didn't know what you were talking about, which is why I said I didn't know what you were talking about. But it's probably because the video cut out for a second. Do I know? No. I don't know what happened. I haven't watched the whole video other than when I edited it, a couple weeks ago. So, couldn't tell you anything further than that. But it's not really a flash of light, it's just a flash of blue. Anyway, let's see, bad luck with PCs. I'm not sure where the idea of that topic came from. See, the problem is that I have a lot of used stuff, and it's, usually it's cast off for a reason. I don't know where that memory module came from, but I'm sure it came out of some junk PC from somewhere down the road, and I'm sure that's why it was still in the machine. Worked for a while, doesn't work now. Putting it out in the heat for a couple months probably doesn't really help, and then freezing it as well, because it's been out in the garage. It's not no HVAC out there, so oh well, I guess. There's a couple of things that haven't necessarily survived being out there. I had a camcorder die on me. A JVC, what is that? The GRAX96 VHSC camcorder. Apparently did not survive. I get no picture output from it and it shuts off after a couple seconds. So one of the sensors probably failed. I don't really care that much. It wasn't a very good camera to start with. And I've had some problems with it in recent times. Or maybe it was the other one. I had two of them. I got rid of one of them because it stopped really working properly. And I got this one, and I don't think it's really working either. Well, it's not working anymore either. And then the AX910, which is the other regular VHSC JVC camera I have, that one is also not really working that well. The viewfinder is dead, and I haven't figured out why it's dead. Just out of the blue, it's off. So it's still usable, I guess, but operate it blind. I mean, I have experience with that. I used the High 8 camera for a while. Okay, now the chat's flying fast and furious. Let's try and read some of this. My Chromecast died last night. I'm sorry to hear that. Any audio format can last a long time as long as you take care of it. Yes, that is definitely true. Unfortunately, most people don't, which is really sad because they pay a lot of money for some of this stuff. Remember when CDs were brand new? They cost like almost $30 a piece. And you don't take care of it? Like, what's wrong with you? Anyway. Did you upgrade your Linux box to the new 19.3 thing? No, I haven't upgraded any of them, and I probably won't be doing that anytime soon because I didn't even know about it. So I didn't think it was a thing yet. I thought that was still in beta. A lot of problems with Kingston RAM, DDR2, never got any trouble with DDR3. You know, I actually don't really have a whole lot of DDR3 stuff. Most of my stuff, like I said, because it's older equipment, is DDR2. There's a lot of... There's a couple... Well, some of my main things are DDR3 now. Like, I got the i7-2600. I have the 4770. Those are DDR3. And my main computer and the home theater computer are DDR4 now. But other than that, most everything I have is DDR2. Anyway, I actually can look at that right now because I have the Linux machine up and running. And you can even see it too, so that's great. So let's see. This is fully up to date. Oh yeah, it is up. Huh. Well, maybe I'll update that later. Anyway, that wasn't actually a Kingston Value RAM stick, although I will agree that Kingston Value RAM is junk. This is a Crucial, what is this? Let's see. Crucial PC2 5300U. So that's DDR2 667, 512 megabytes, really not worth anything. So anyway. What stereo equipment do I have? Do you really want me to answer that question? I think I could probably be here all night. But I'll show you what I have in the setup right now. Actually, I could do that. Come on, switch. Stupid thing. Okay, so let's see if we could do this. So, this is a graphic equalizer. Ignore that. We have a Technics RSTR270 stereo cassette deck, dual well. I am probably going to replace this with a single well deck, so I could use this primarily for recording. We have a JVC XLV131 compact disc player. There's a Technics SLPD9 right here. Ignore the fact that it says Speed Queen. That's kind of an inside joke, but that's a JVC KDA11 stereo cassette deck. There's a Technics SLP230 single disc CD player on top of that. Proton 740 stereo cassette deck, a Yamaha CDC 575 CD changer, and a Kenwood, what is that? DPR891 CD changer. That's another thing that I was going to mention, is that there's probably, or I've thought about going through and making videos. I'm sorry for the hand blocking the picture right now. Wow, that's hot. Anyway, I've thought about going through and making videos of each of those individual things. Maybe I will. Some of them already do. I know the TR270 does. And I think at one point I at least tried to make a video of this KDA11. don't know if I did or not. The Proton 740 has a video. Everything else that's in here right now does not. So it's probable that I'll end up going through those and making videos, but that's not going to be till the new year because I am set for quite a while with respect to having uploads. I've got probably, I think I just finished a batch of 22 videos, so yeah, and that's if I upload every day too. I might be good for a couple of months if I don't upload every day. Some of the videos are really not that interesting though, so I may or may not upload them. I like to keep things interesting, useful, whatever, so I guess we'll find out. But, you know, as long as people continue to watch the videos, I'll continue to make them. That will be that. I used my VHS-C camcorder from 2003. It's JVC and still works. Cool. Yeah, mine are a lot older than 2003. 1996 and 97. So they're about as old as I am, actually. I'm 23, so nobody likes you when you're 23. And I expect only a handful of you will understand where that's coming from. So, let's see. What else is worth mentioning? Playlists. So I went through and went through all the videos and categorized them into playlists. So if you're on this channel and you're looking for specific content like computer videos or clock radios or fans or whatever, it's categorized. Now, I'm not going to say that every single video for each subject is there because that was tedious. It was about 84 pages of videos to go through. I also found a lot of stuff that I'd uploaded but never actually made public. So, I mean, I took all the junk down and I'll probably re-upload it and redo all the stuff and just get it, you know, made nice for the channel. A couple videos that'll be remade. Couple videos. There'll probably be lots of probably re-uploads from videos that I deleted for one reason or another. Usually because people spam them with useless comments, calling me a moron because they didn't understand the point of the video. Yeah, that's a real thing. Really drives me nuts. You know, people assume that they have the right to do that. And then when you turn the comments off on the video, they go to other videos and do the same thing. It's like, dude, I disabled the comments for a reason. Anyway, apparently that's a difficult thing for people to understand. It's the internet. You can't really do much about that. That's the kind of thing that happens, I guess. Let's see. Stereo receiver, Insignia 2.0 stereo, la 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 la. Had it 3 years on Christmas. Cool. I actually don't have a stereo receiver because I don't have space for the speakers, and I don't really think that I would use it very much. In fact, outside of low-end radio broadcasts, I don't use these very often. I used to use them more than I do now, but it's been a long time since I just sat down in the chair and plunked a CD in and played it. In fact, it's also been a long time since I used the radios up there. Should really get back into that. You know, bought those radios. Probably should use them, right? Oh, I got something new to show you. This ought to be cool. I'm getting a new chair, too. I think. I mean, I asked for a new chair for Christmas, so hopefully I do actually get one. Apparently people are home, so I guess dinner's here. So I'll have to go get that here in a bit. This might get cut short. But, this thing. Get that out of the way. This thing. Yes. Does this actually have all the screws in it? I don't know what I did. But this thing needs a little bit of work. In fact, I wasn't going to keep it. I had taken it back, and then due to a lousy policy change with regards to exchange on items from the, what was it, the large electronics items, due to a lousy policy change that they didn't tell anybody about, just kind of happened. I couldn't take it back, so now I'm stuck with this stupid thing, so I'm going to have to fix it. So that'll be on video. You'll get a nice little video of that. I haven't made it yet, so I'm going to have to do that. Here's something else that's cool. If you remember, or probably not, I don't think I made a video about it, but I've had this volcano lamp for a while, and it stopped working. I don't know what happened to it. I guess there's a propeller in it or something, and the propeller came off, or maybe it's like Maybe it's seized up. I don't know. I haven't used it in a while, or hadn't used it in a while, so that's probably what happened. However, I replaced it with a couple of different things. There'll be an unboxing video about these, but I think they're cool enough that I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek, if I can. So we'll give this a try. I think I'm such hot stuff doing this. But this one right here, this is the best one, so we'll save that one for last. We got the mini volcano lamp, which is basically the same idea as the other one, except it's smaller. Behind this, which is in the thumbnail of this live stream, we have, if I can find the switch, this is a vortex, basically a glitter lamp. But I think it looks really cool and does a nice little effect on the wall and things surrounding it. Like I said, the coolest one is right here. Watch this. I have a feeling that somebody is coming up here to interrupt me, but watch this. Oh yeah, tornado lamp, baby. Alright. No, I think I might be okay. Anyway, so we'll turn that off. And we'll put this thing back. It's chopping up like crazy. You know, this is supposed to be a modern device. You know, flagship cell phone. Man, what a humongous piece of crap it is. And if you want my honest opinion, most of that is because it's Android powered. If it were an iPhone, we wouldn't have these kinds of problems. Anyway, again, I'm going to get caned for daring to say that on video. We're looking for one of those. Where'd you get it? Walmart. You have to get lucky, apparently, because I've only seen, there were 3 of them, and that was it. At least if you were talking about the tornado lamp. The other ones, there were a couple more, but Walmart is where they came from. I have the boxes. They are official lava lamp sanctioned devices, at least in theory. Although, like I said in the live unboxing that will be uploaded at some point, really they're all made in the same factory in China anyway, so I don't know if there's really much that's still to the lava company. But there's the one for the volcano light. There's the vortex. Which is funny, it looks nothing like that in person. It actually looks cooler than it does here in person. And I'm going to, again, argue that the same is true of the tornado lamp. Or the snow-nado lamp, as I like to call it. It looks like snow. It doesn't look like, you know, anything else. It's certainly not water. I mean, it looks like, I don't know if you've ever done, though. I had one. But where you take 2 1-liter bottles and you grab a little thingy and attach them together, fill it with water, and you flip it upside down, you get a tornado. Those things, it looks kind of like that. I don't know how you'd be able to do something like that with one of these, but, you know, maybe somebody will figure it out. Anyway, so that is definitely a thing. Leaked like crazy, I wouldn't be surprised. They're cheap, really cheap. So quality control is probably not very good on them. I thought about if they had a mini, like legitimate lava lamp, I probably would have got that too, but they didn't. Or at least I didn't see one. There were lights, lava lamps all over the shelf. It looked like somebody had ransacked the lava lamp collection and they just put them wherever they pleased. So trying to find anything there was pretty much almost impossible, and I gave up after a while. I just said, you know what, this is good enough, here we go. You know, they weren't exactly the cheapest things in the world. They were about $20 a piece. Well, less than that, but when you factor in the taxes and all that, it basically was about $20 a piece. But they work, so we'll see how long they last. They're battery operated, which is even better, so I don't have to waste outlets on those things. The problem is that they take 3 AA batteries each, which is a little much, but what can you do? I think they're 4.5 volts each. Yeah, they would be 4.5 volts each, wouldn't they? So that's it for that. What else? What else do I need to mention? I don't think there's a whole lot else. It's about 30 minutes. And that's all that she said for this. I try to set aside 2 hours for a live stream, and when I start getting like actual live content, that'll probably be about 2 hours long. But sitting here waffling in front of a camera, maybe not so much. Which reminds me, I need to categorize this and download the video once it's done. So, hope I remember that. Another sneak peek that I'm going to give you for something that I cannot believe I wasted my money on. Right here, this bad boy. There's your sneak peek. Let's see, what else is mentionable in here? What else should I talk about? Anybody's got any further questions, please do feel free to tell me. Oh yeah, this thing is leaking like a sieve too, you could tell. Whatever, I guess. Or evaporating, one of the two. Probably more so evaporating than leaking. I haven't found a puddle on anything yet, so I don't know. I really don't know. This is like the creepiest thing ever. So I made this in 9th grade art class. And I swear to God, the eyes follow you. I mean, it looks cool. But man, is this thing ever creepy. I'm going to have to do something about that. Maybe I'll do something for Halloween with that thing. Anyway. I don't know how old that is. I found it in a random junk pile at work, so why not? I'm sure nobody's gonna miss it, so I think it's a good prop for the studio. What else? Anything else that is worth talking about? Oh, back to playlists. I'd mentioned that. If you go look on the channel right now, there's two playlists that right now probably are going to be split apart. And I haven't really decided whether or not I'm going to do that. And if I do, how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to leave this one open to audience discussion. The two in question are clocks, radios, and related, and the computer playlist. Because the computer videos playlist is massive. That happens to be, I think, the single biggest subject on this channel. So there's something like ridiculous. In fact, I'm going to go look right now. How many videos are in that playlist? Let's see. It won't load. 477. Really? I thought it was over 1,000. Well, anyway, 477 videos. So maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. Where's the clock radio playlist? I can't find it. Where is it? I actually can't find it. Yeah, 185. Okay, so maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. But I've been thinking about splitting apart the clock radio playlist into clocks, clock radios, and everything else. So basically like boom boxes and stereo, all-in-one stereo equipment. That's all basically been thrown into one playlist, and I don't know if that's really separate enough. And yes, somebody is calling me, so I'm going to have to probably cut this one a little short. Computer videos, I've been thinking about splitting that into computers, printers. Really, other than that, I don't know. Monitors aren't even under that playlist. So, I really don't know. So I'm going to leave that up to audience discussion. Send me an email, do something. Post a comment on the video. Because comments are open. I mean, there's a live chat, but obviously on video form, you can't access that. So, I mean, leave a comment below. And I think that is probably going to do this. First PC I saw was Compact Desktop Pro when in preschool in '99. Cool. Anyway. Always good to hear from the audience and live chat. That's really one of the big reasons why I do these things, is so we can have some live audience interaction and have a conversation going on. I feel like in comments things are disconnected. Same deal with email and all that other nonsense. Things are not quite... It's not... It feels very impersonal kind of thing. Like I'm talking to a screen as opposed to talking to an actual person. Maybe that's not necessarily a bad thing because I don't really do well talking to people in person. So, yeah, anyway. You wouldn't believe that. I really think the only reason why I'm able to make these videos is because I don't envision it as like, you know, the 30 or so people sitting and watching this video or the 1,400 subscribers. I think of it as, you know, I'm one-on-one. The camera's the person. You know, I'm one-on-one talking to somebody. So that's how I do it. So, alright, I think that's it. Windows 95, first Windows experience. Windows 95 was pretty much the first real release of Windows, as far as I'm concerned. In fact, it's better than Windows 98, as long as you don't need USB. Certainly better than Millennium Edition, but I think a Chili Pepper Enema would be better than Windows Millennium Edition. That's just kind of the way it is. Windows 10 is better than Windows Millennium Edition, but only barely. And I think now that I've said something else controversial, I'm going to end this. See ya. Windows 2000 would have been even better if they didn't bundle Internet Explorer with it. So, yeah, that's really the only thing that I have a problem with in Windows 2000. And basically anything past 98 is the crappy Internet Explorer shell that is just garbage. Because Internet Explorer is garbage. You know, it has been since IE4. IE before IE4 was pretty much it was just NCSA Mosaic with a couple of strings changed in the program. After that, they kind of bloated it up and made it a piece of crap. So, there you go. And I think I'm rambling, and, well, that's really that. So, keep your stick on the ice, whatever the case may be. Hold on. Let's see. Stop that. Windows 95 crashed like a drunk monkey in a go-kart. That's a very funny way to put it, but I've never really experienced that with Windows 95. 98, oh yeah. Oh yes. 98, if you could go 5 hours without 98 crashing, you were doing great. But 95, not so much. Which is interesting. Windows 3.1 was really bad too for that, but of course Windows 3.1 was cooperatively multitasked, so that was its big fault. Windows 95 was the first one that really was actually multitasked. You could do actual multitasking with it. So, there you go. There's my whole spiel on that. People probably don't agree with me. Judging by the fact that every time I make a video about Windows 98 and I say how much I don't like it, somebody always dislikes the video. Well, there you go. I think that's how that's going to work.